Thank you for joining. I know it's a lot of your last day here. Really excited to talk to you about SMB today. I talk loud as it is, so if it's really loud, it's really loud. And if you could hear me out there and you want to hear more about SMB, come over to Theater 1. All right, so today we're going to talk about SMB. It's really near and dear to my heart. And there's really nothing small about small and medium business. Now I'm going to start off with a little story about myself to get us kicked off and get a little more personal with you all here. So I come from SMB. My family owned a shoe store in Bristol, Pennsylvania from 1933 to 2007. And at one point in time, my great-grandparents, my grandparents, my parents, me and my sisters all worked there at the same time. Family business, right? I got my first sale there at 7 years old. Yeah, 7 years old. They really put us to work. It got me hooked in selling. And I love SMB. I've worked the smallest of the small. I've sold to enterprises, but I really like this market, and I'm really excited to bring to you some really cool insights, talking to you about how we can really ignite this growth. After the talk, which is about 20 minutes, I'm more than happy to answer some questions. I'll have to come off the stage, and then we can meet in the back here as well. So everybody ready to hear a little bit more? How many of you in the room here are SMB partners? Who has the SMB competency? Congrats. Did everybody see the big announcements, the SMB competency from Ruba on the main stage? That was really cool too. Who here is trying to achieve their SMB competency? Awesome. Who's like, what's the SMB competency? No one? That's awesome. We got one. We'll tell you about it today. Don't worry about it. All right. So, SMBs make up over 98% of businesses globally. 98% of these small companies. This is the driving factor of our economy. There are strong cloud and AI opportunities for SMBs in places like financial services, manufacturing, healthcare, retail, and the list goes on and on. When people say, like, what are the top verticals at SMB? We got them all, right? And you know, there's a varying IT maturity and cloud adoption and where AI is sitting for those customers as well. And we're going to go a little bit deeper into that very shortly. I love this picture, right? At the top, we see a little bit of ice, but the global opportunity is strong. And it's also progressive. And in SMB, although these customers are small, the conversation is different over and over again. You can't sell to customer A and expect customer B going to have the same problems, right? You really need to listen to these customers, understand their pain points, and help them get over there, becoming their trusted advisor. But we talked about the opportunity being strong and progressive. I mean, take a look at these numbers. By the end of the year, do you believe the end of the year is like 15, 20 days away? Right? Cloud spend is supposed to be up to $297 billion and grow to $578 billion by 2027. Half of that spend is going to be IaaS and PaaS. And 27% of these companies are increasing their cloud spend by greater than 15%. So let's talk a little bit about the verticals. Whoops, I went backwards. Let's talk a little bit about the verticals. There's many verticals we said. Here's a couple to talk about. Financial services, healthcare, manufacturing, retail, and many more. And the top cloud initiatives for these are similar. Optimizing the cloud. I got a little competition over here on the left. Migrating more workloads, improving security, cost optimization, cloud options for AI. But you can see throughout the different verticals, there's a different rank of where they sit with those verticals. And maybe even more important to you as a partner, what consulting services can I provide for that, right? We're hearing about security and compliance, AI assessment and deployment, cost and storage optimization. And we're going to come back to AI and what that really means for SMBs, because it is a very hot topic as well. But before we go further, you can see here, these are the top 5 things that we're seeing SMBs are looking for, right? We've got cost control, cyber attacks, hybrid solutions. Let's talk a little bit about automation and AI. And while I see a lot of your cameras are out, get them ready soon, because the second half of this presentation has QR codes for you to get more information as well. So the shift towards AI is incremental as the AI is being adopted. However, for those of you that have sold to customers and SMBs come to you and say, I want AI, the first question you should say is, do you think your data is ready for AI, right? Their data maturity is really where it is. And the opportunity for you as a partner to work with them through your professional services, through your consulting services, to get that data ready provides a very big opportunity as well. So work with them, assess their maturity, and then go into AI. So let's talk a little bit about go-to-market. How do I know where to go to market in SMB? Dave, you just told me there's a $500 billion opportunity and there's customers all over the place and they're in different verticals. Like, where do I go? There's too much, right? So there's a couple things you can do. You can look at your existing SMB portfolio and also where you want to focus later. You can develop solutions in your messaging tailored to those existing and the target customers. And then we're going to talk about the SMB competency a little more. You can use that competency as a strategic advantage in your approach. Before we lead up to the SMB competency, I want to tell you about some things you can do while you're preparing to get there. We have a great tool called our Cloud Journey Maps. First QR code. It's a sales tool to approach different use cases throughout different opportunity stages. So this is actually an interactive tool and framework that can help you provide a consistent customer experience while leveraging AWS's experience from working with the thousands of customers that we have. It collaborates between our partners, our AWS sales teams, and it's specifically interactive for sellers to understand how to approach use cases throughout the different opportunity stages. Really cool tool. It's been worked on from an Excel spreadsheet to an interactive model for all of you to enjoy as well. So what's next? Who's heard of ARC? AWS Rapid Credit Program. This is amazing. Our SMB customers don't really know where to go or what to do. They want to try it out, but do they want to put the money in? I'm not sure. So for any new SMB customer or new workload, we can offer $300 of AWS credits to that customer. And think about what I just said. New SMB customer or new workload. So you can use the $300 of credits, get that foot in the door, do the first workload. Come back a couple months later, talk to them about the next workload. That's a different workload. $300 of credits can get you started. $300 may not seem like a lot of money, but in the grand scheme of things, when you're just getting started as a small and medium business, that can offset 1 month of AWS consumption. So we want to acquire the customer, activate the customer, and expand. For more information, feel free to take a picture of that QR code. I'll have all the QR codes also aggregated at the end of this, so you can see them on the screen too. Now, we talked to the customer, we got them the credits. How can we really take them to market? One of my favorite programs that launched at the end of last year was the Customer Engagement Incentive, where we're scoping, we're launching, and we're growing these customers to expand their AWS footprint. We want to reward our partners for acquiring these early stage customers. We want to help them accelerate their first projects, but lay the foundation so that they can scale their AWS usage. And we want to help you to prove the value of AWS before moving to that full deployment. Now, scoping can be that initial partner meeting. We find some of those pain points. We put a statement of work together, get the signature, and let's start building, right? When we launch, that means consumption's happening, billing, usage, the solution's beginning. And growing, we're expanding that AWS footprint. And you're being rewarded along the way. up to $1,000 when you scope that initial workload, another $5,000 when you launch, and for our resellers and distributors, we also have a discount when we grow for 24 months. Really cool stuff. It was worked on for a couple of years to bring this to you. We listened to you. We heard you say, you guys have too many incentives. You have too many things. I don't know where to turn. Incentives for all, across all segments, not just SMB, but I like SMB, and you can really keep it going. Now, we talked about that SMB competency. Let's talk a little bit more about it. This year, we launched the SMB competency, and since the launch, since January, we've grown to over 60 partners. And I think we had a couple partners just achieve the competency while we're sitting here at reInvent. I get emails all the time. And you heard Ruba say it. The data is showing that these partners grew their AWS SMB business over 33 percentage points more than similar partners without the competency. 60 plus partners, 100% growth rate, and we've got 5 go-to-market benefits for you as well. Yes, I'll tell you the go-to-market benefits. They're right here. A lead generation campaign driving 65 marketing qualified leads to you, the partner. We talked about the AWS Rapid Ramp Credit Program. That's available to all of our partners. However, with the AWS competency, you get premium white glove support for that as well. We have biannual SMB go-to-market sessions with our analysts that specifically focus on SMB. And some of the insights you've seen today come from that as well. Also, sales tools, sessions to use with your sales teams as well, and access to our SMB global competency team. You also have internal promotion within AWS, and you are the first partners we go to when we're going to build something new. When we come to you for a pilot, that doesn't mean we baked it out. That means we want you to help us take this to market and learn from you in what we can do here as well. So I told you about 60 SMB competency partners, right? Who wants to see the slide? Look at this. I'll put a disclaimer. Those SMB competency partners that have gotten the SMB competency in the last week or so, sorry, we didn't get you on the board yet. We'll get you on for the next presentation. Don't worry. But this is incredible. I remember when we were building the SMB competency and we were talking to 5 partners. 5. Then it was 10. Then it was 20. At the end of last year, we were targeting 28. And now we're at 60. And we've got hundreds of applications in the pipeline. It's really amazing how something that's built for our partners, that focuses on an actual segment and how to take it to market, how fast we've really grown with this. We're not stopping there. We are also launching in January the Small Business Acceleration Initiative. This is where we're going to start investing in our partners to accelerate their small business on their cloud journey. So starting January 1st. Oh, 2026? No, January 1st, 2025, a few weeks from now. We're doubling down on these SMB customers together with our partners, and we're launching this initiative. This is the first partner-led channel sales motion at AWS, where we're going 100% all in with partners in our small business. To us, small business is commercial customers under $30 million of company revenue. Now, you may be saying, Dave, commercial customers under 30 million of company revenue. Do you remember when I told you in the beginning of this presentation, the addressable spend by 2027 is $574 billion in SMB? 500 billion of that is under 30 million revenue. There's a lot of customers out there. We need you and your help to drive this. We're going to have a new position called a partner territory manager. This partner territory manager will own the territory and be a general manager of that territory, working with you and your sales teams to drive customer acquisition, growth, and retain those customers as well. Commensurate with this, I'd say launching today, but launching Monday when reInvent started, we've got the Small Business Partner Launchpad. QR code for you to, right there. This will have pre-packaged solutions, scalable marketing campaigns, industry-focused insights, tailored directly to you and your customers, where you can say, okay, I want to sell into retail. What's the package for this? How do I go to market here? And what is the industry saying? This is really important, especially when we come to the scalable marketing campaigns. We're not going to get this market of under $30 million by going to a steak dinner with 2 people, right? This is digital. This is multi-use campaigns, LinkedIn ads, things like that. We're changing the way we're going and doing business with small business. I invite you all to start your engine, differentiate, grow your SMB business by becoming an SMB competency partner. Leverage this interactive seller tool, the cloud journey maps. And don't forget about ARC. Offer $300 to your new SMB customers and the workloads within. You can see the QR codes for this here. You can also, on the other side, see how we can differentiate with AWS and Solution Building Guide. Unfortunately, I don't have 27 more slides for you guys today. I have one more slide. It's a thank you slide. Before we get there, I'll leave this up on the screen for a moment, but I want to leave you with a couple different thoughts. One, we've only scratched the surface of small and medium business at AWS. Less than a percentage of the addressable market out there. Two, we need you, our partners, to scale this. And the SMB competency is your North Star to unlock all the extra things we can do with this. And three, these are small businesses. They've got big ambitions. Thank you all for your time. I will come back around after this to talk with you. I really appreciate it and hope you have a great rest of your reInvent. Thank you.